Hey guys, I'm Joey Thurman. I'm a former WCW professional wrestler, star of a new television series called Funny Business. It's about to debut on television. I'm also a retired police officer, and I make up one half of the Tellin Tales comedy tour that's playing right here in Branson, Missouri. And this is...
And I'm Dan Whitehurst. I'm the other half of Tellin Tales. I'm also a retired police officer and stand-up comedian.
He gets real excited, real excited. Actually, Dan, he wouldn't tell you this, but actually Dan, just a few years ago, won the title World's Funniest Cop, which is pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Our show plays every day at 2 p.m. in the Bald Knobbers Theater, right up on the strip right here in Branson, Missouri, the music show capital of the world, which is pretty awesome that we're able to be here. You know what?
We love it here.
Do a little something, give them a story. What we do, guys, is just clean Southern storytelling style comedy like you'd have heard from Jerry Clower, Andy Griffith, those kind of great storytellers, and that's what we do in our show. I apologize, but you're not going to see fireworks going off in our show. Nobody's going to, well, occasionally. It just depends on what's going on. Give them a little sample of what you do, just for example.
For me, like we're both former police officers, so a lot of our material centers around police work and wrestling and whatnot. And you learn a lot about yourself being a police officer. One thing I learned is I'm a compassionate person. I've got a good heart. I care about people. Sure. But I have an inappropriate sense of humor. Occasionally I will laugh at things that maybe I shouldn't, right? I'm not the worst in the world. If an old lady fell down a flight of stairs, I would never laugh at that.
No, no.
Well, and if right before she fell, she went whoop, whoop, whoop. It could happen. It could happen.
Maybe.
I had a guy bleeding from a head wound in his temple one time. True story. I get out of the car, I said, "Sir, what happened to you?" And he said, and I quote, he said, "My old lady hit me in the head with a smoothie." I said, "A smoothie? Was it in the blender?" And he said, "No, let me get this straight. She did that to you with a frozen fruit drink?" He said, "No, man, a smoothie. You know, like you smooth your clothes out with." I said, "Sir, I don't speak Spanish," or whatever that was. And I actually went to a school to learn to speak Spanish. I was the only detective in Nashville, Tennessee history to fail the Spanish class.
There he is right there. That's awesome.
The way they do it, they teach you phrases in Spanish. Then they'd say it to you in English and have you translate it back. For instance, "Sir, get out of the car. Translate to Spanish, please. Detective Whitehurst." "Señor, get out of the car." So I'm partially bilingual if anybody needs just a little help.
Let's see, in Georgia, we would call that Spanglish. That's the way we would run it. This one Friday evening, I was on the way back to the station house, and I'm going back. I got 10 minutes left on my shift, right? Which is a big deal because I was about to be off for the next 2 days. Never happens in public safety. I'm going to be off on a Saturday and Sunday, right? So I'm headed back. Well, I have to go through this little neighborhood to get back to the station house, turn all my paperwork in. Well, this little neighborhood, the speed limit is 25, right? Well, I get behind this little truck, and he's running 25. So we're going along there. Well, he speeds up. Well, I speed up. Then he speeds up again, so I speed up again. We get going at a pretty good little clip, and I think, man, I got 10 minutes left on my shift. I got to slow him down, though, right? So I pull him over, and I walk up to the truck, and I said, "Sir, I tell you what, you're my last stop of the day. If you can tell me something that I have never heard before, I'll let you go." And Bubba, who was driving the truck, went, "All right. You see, 2 weeks ago, my wife run off with the police. And I seen you behind me getting closer and closer, and I was trying to go faster and faster because I was just scared that he was trying to bring her back." You have a good day, right? You got to let that... I get behind this other little car on a Saturday evening, and he's just back and forth all over the road. So I turn on the lights, I walk up to the car, and I said, "Sir, do you know why I've stopped you?" He says, "No, sir." I said, "Well, you all over the road back here. Have you had anything to drink?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, what are you drinking?" He said, "Spring water." I said, "Spring water?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Is that your jug right there?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Let me have your jug. Go on, get out of the car, walk back here with me." We get back between the cars. I pull old cork out of the jug, take a sip. Sure enough, it's muscadine wine, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I hand him the jug, and I said, "Sir, you take a sip of that, and you tell me what you got." He turns the jug up, gets him a mouthful of it, puts the old cork back in the jug, sets it down on the ground, throws his hands up in the air, and he says, "Well, praise Jesus, he has did it again."
And that's how we met. And we also have, the star of our show is Wendell the stunt chicken. We have a specially trained stunt chicken that performs in our show. It's exciting every night, especially for the chicken. He loves it.
Only place in the world you can see Wendell the Daredevil Chicken is right here. We don't even take him when we're out on tour. So you have to see the show here in Branson, Missouri. We play at 2 o'clock in the Ball Knobbers Theater right up on the Strip. Ball Knobbers Theater, basically the Grand Ole Opry of Branson. You know what I mean?
Being there. Love being there.
It's awesome. You guys come see us. We'd love to have each and every one of you. Make sure you stop right here at the Branson Tourism Center when you're coming in. You can check out, get tickets, find out all about all the other different kinds of shows and everything else that's going on. And you see a lot of cool folks, and might even see some other folks coming in and out all the time. All right?
Yeah.
You guys check us out. Make sure you like us on Facebook at Tellin Tales Comedy Tour. Check out our website, TellinTalesTour.com. And we hope to see you real soon. All right? Thank you guys so much. See you guys real soon.